Hello people of YouTube, my name is Josh, I am your Movie Apprentice, and today I'll be finishing off my reviews of the direct-to-video Hanna-Barbera Scooby-Doo features with Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. This will be the last film released by Hanna-Barbera Animations before they completely dissolved into the Warner Brothers Animation. This was the last Scooby-Doo film released before Hannah died tragically of terminal illness, and I am sad to say that for these four films, this was the weakest and went out on a bit of a whimper. Now, why do I say that? Well, first of all, let's get into the plot quickly. Basically, the gang's friend Eric and his friend Bill are working on this laser that beams real objects into the computer world when suddenly the laser beams out from the computer world a walking phantom virus. So the gang have to chase this phantom virus around campus and basically troll it for the first bit of the film before they and the virus are sucked into the Scooby-Doo game that Eric has been working on. So the gang has to get through each level of the game to beat it and therefore beat the virus and escape cyberspace. Now going back to why I don't think this film is as good as the previous three direct-to-video ones. Well, first of all, the villain's kind of given away in the first 10 seconds. If you're a kid, you're not really going to notice, but as an adult, you're just saying, well, it's kind of obvious who it is. I knew who it was going in because I've seen this film several times. It was one of my favourites as a kid. But on a rewatch, it is just kind of given away for you. And I feel like that just sucks any element of the mystery out of it. And the whole mystery aspect does feel very forced. The fact that it gets sucked into cyberspace in the first thought is, we might have clues to who's created this virus. It's a video game. Why would a video game give away clues to who created this virus? It's not even part of the game. But I will say the fact that the Phantom virus is just dropping puns left, right and centre. This virus just drops every single baseball pun you can ever humanly think of. If the gang broke down every pun, the exposition at the end would have taken a good 5 minutes to get through. The Phantom virus as well, while it is real from the get-go, it doesn't feel like a threat. The entire first chase sequence of Shaggy and Scooby is just Shaggy and Scooby basically messing with this virus the entire time. And after the song finishes, they are again scared of this virus. The amount of times they can just escort this virus to the beam and drag him in. I get it, it is a throwback to when Shaggy and Scooby were dressed up in these fancy costumes to distract the monster briefly, because for some reason, these scaredy cats would always get some burst of inspiration to dress up in costume. I don't know, it just didn't feel like the Phantom virus was a threat. And the first half of this film genuinely just feels like padding and promotion for the video game that did get released. I did have a lot of fun with the video game as a kid, but I don't know, the first half just felt very bland in comparison to what we have had in the previous three films. Once we get to the final level, things start to get good because they meet their cyber counterparts who are all wearing the original outfits they used to wear. The only difference is Shaggy's wearing a red shirt and Scooby's wearing a red collar because we've got to differentiate them for the audience at home. But I loved how it was the original 60s colouring and character designs as well as their outfits that all stuck out. It was nice seeing these throwbacks there. And then we meet five, well, I would say iconic Scooby-Doo villains. Honestly, the only one I really recognised was Gator Ghoul and Creeper. The Jaguaro, Iron Face and Tar Monster. Don't recognise them too much. Well, I kind of recognise the Tar Monster, but I mainly recognise him from the 100 Ghosts game that was on GameCube. I never actually saw the episode that he was in. So, I don't know, I feel like they went quite at the bottom of the barrel when it came to some of these villains to bring back. But regardless, it was a lot of fun seeing these pairs of the Scooby Gang taking on each of these monsters that they faced in the past. The entire theme park sequence is a lot of fun to watch, and generally that's the only bit that makes this film worth a rewatch, is just seeing these little throwback moments. However, the theme park sequence also does unfortunately expose a glaring flaw in this, and I just hope it's the fact that the company dissolved into Warner Bros. Animation afterwards, that maybe they ran out of money or something, because there are some glaring animation errors in this that are painful to see. As I've already mentioned, the two Scoobies have different coloured collars, yet there are certain moments that aren't even just frames, they're like full seconds of footage where both Scoobies will have a red collar briefly, or a Scooby that's supposed to be the Cyber Scooby is suddenly wearing a blue collar. It's things like that which just jump out at you, and it really is annoying. I know animation is hard, and we don't need to expect much when it comes to these direct-to-video animation films, but the fact that The Witch's Ghost, which was only 2 films ago, had such a dynamic set of animation and looked just so gorgeous for what it was, to go from that to this just really knocked the film down, in my opinion, and spoiler alert, it's going to get the lowest grade of the entire franchise from me. Apart from promoting the game heavily and giving us an awesome last 20 or 30 minutes of the film in the last level, it just has a lot of things wrong with it. The mystery element is non-existent. The Phantom does not seem threatening in the slightest. The film feels like product placement for the most part. Even though we get the little nostalgia bit in the last half hour, it just doesn't feel as strong as some of the other films have in this little rewatch series. Now, before I do get into my overall grade, if you have got this far into the video, then please consider dropping a like and hit that subscribe button if you enjoy what I do on this channel and love movies as much as I do. And let me know, what is your favourite original Scooby-Doo monster down in the comments below. But without further ado, let's get into this grade. Thinking over it, I don't want to be overly harsh when it comes to these films. Kind of these are direct-to-video animated features that I'm only reviewing purely because we have Scoob, which was supposed to be the first feature-length animated release in theatres for Scooby-Doo before The Thing happened, and now it's coming to VOD. So I can't really judge this too harsh. I shouldn't be judging this too harshly, but I'm sorry, the animation laziness in the last bit really frustrates me. It took me completely out of the movie. Any sense of enjoyment I was having was immediately sucked out because of these animation mistakes. And when you're an animated film, and I've seen what they can do with these low-budget direct-to-video films, it's just unforgivable in my opinion. I really hope they were just running out of money when it got to this. I tried researching this, but unfortunately I couldn't find any concrete evidence to say whether it was just lazy or if they actually just ran out of money on time. So I'm going to have to say that Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase, unfortunately, is a lukewarm cup of tea. So Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase, have you seen it? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And did you play the game? Let me know what you thought about that as well. Coming up on the channel, obviously we've got more reviews. We've got a while of movies coming out this weekend as well. And until next time, if you want to see that, then please subscribe to the channel. But until then, my name is Josh. I have been the Movie Apprentice, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey, thank you for watching, and thank you for making it to the end of the video. While you are here, if you haven't done it yet, please feel free to drop a like and consider hitting that subscribe button for more reviews coming all the time. And also, while you are here, there are some other videos over there that you might want to sink your teeth into. Have a good day, guys, and do enjoy.